Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a tutorial basically on how to create your own glog in Glogster. Now, I create an account for everyone, so I would go to edu.glogster.com and it'll bring you to the login page. So we're going to log in. Now, everybody has a login that's their first name and then their last name, and everyone's password is Phoenix. Okay, so now I'm a student, and if you see that I already created one glog, as an example, you could just go in and see it. Everybody's going to be able to see this under their own account. This presentation includes images, video, and the one that we are going to do in a little bit is going to include some audio. So we're going to go back to the dashboard. Everybody doesn't have a glog so far, to my knowledge, so we're going to create a new glog. It'll come up with some templates. Now, if you look just in the area of math, there's a wide array of them, and if you're doing another content area, this is also there. But for today, we're going to create a brand new glog. We're going to pick a blank landscape. Now, glogs are basically virtual poster boards. So, for my background, which is considered my wall, that's what I'm going to start with. You can select images that are already here. They have a gallery of pictures as well that go by content area. You can always choose a solid color, or you can go directly to Google and pick a search for basic backgrounds. And this will show you multiple pages. For today, I'm just going to select this one, and if I like what's in the window, I'm going to hit Use It. Now you could easily go back in and apply something. It's not in stone. So let's use that one. So we have our wall. Now we're going to look at our graphics. Now graphics are basically clip art. Once again, it's by content area. I'm just going to pick math because we're working on a math glog. You can pick whatever you like. There's pages and pages. Because we're working with equations, I'm going to pick X because it's a variable. And it's going to show up down on the bottom. Now this is a minimize button and this is to close it altogether. I'm just going to minimize it. So I go back to my variable, and you'll see that I'll be able to move it around. I can always select the different size, and I have the option of rotating it. Say, for example, I don't like the black. I could go to my paint palette and pick any color that I like and close that. Now, I'm going to pick another graphic so that I can show you a layering technique. I'm going to go back to math. I'm going to go to the next page. I'm going to pick Y because when we're working with equations, we always have X and Y's. So I'm going to use my Y. Let me minimize this. Now, if you put it next to each other, you can see that one's in the background and one's in the foreground. Say, for example, you want the X to be in the front. You'll select this, and this will control the order in which your graphics are. Once again, you can move it all as one big image, or you can select just the piece of it and play with the color like we did before. So we have our graphics, we have our background. I showed you the layering technique. Now I'm going to put in some images. Once again, I have some images here, but if I don't like them, I can go directly to Google, type in the area that I want, and this will bring up some images for me. Let's pick this two-step equation, and I'm going to use it. Now once again, you can control where this shows up. You can control the size. And you can control if you wanted to. Now you see there's this little like magic wand. This will control if you want a shadow around the outside of your box. You could make sure that it's either blurred if you want it to show a distance, like the depth. You can see as I'm showing you that it's changing the outline of our box. And you can always pick a different color. Let me close this. And there you can see the little outline. Now we're going to insert a video. Now once again, I have some here, or you can go directly to YouTube and select a video that you like. I'm just going to pick this first one. Now you can test this out in the little box and it'll play little excerpts of it.
Lesson will be on,
I'm going to stop that. I'm going to insert that video because I like that video. Once again, you can control the way it is, the orientation, the size. Now I want to insert the little text. Now you'll see in each category they have a heading, you can insert a paragraph, they have bubble boxes basically. I'm just going to pick a heading. And once again, you can control the size. If you select it, you'll be able to select the font, the size, the color. You can control the size. Just when you want to manipulate the words, you have to make sure that it's highlighted. You don't want to pick one that'll be outside our box. You can control the color. Let's just pick purple because it's just there as an example. And I can manipulate this. Now you'll notice that against this background that color doesn't work. So we can go back in, pick whatever color we like, and then we're going to leave that. So we have our images, we have our video, we have our graphics and the layering technique. Now let's put a little audio in. Now audio, you can select any one that you have in your files, or just for today I'm going to pick One Direction. My sister would kill me. Now you can sample it. If you like that, you can use it. We're going to insert it. Now if you notice, it's a little arrow similar to where the triangle represents the video so that everybody can decipher between an image and a video. We have our music. Now, if you're recording your own vocals, you'll see there's a little camera here. Now, you have the option of recording your own vocals. You can upload any image directly from your computer, or you can make your own video. So, we looked at the wall, we looked at graphics, we showed the layering technique, we played with the images, we played with our text. We did our video, and we played with our audio. So now, as the student, I'm going to go in and I'm going to save my work. I'm going to title it. I'm going to pick the category, the discipline. In this case, it's math. I'm going to pick pre-algebra because that's the content we're on. And I'm going to pick 8th grade. Now, if you're planning on going back in and editing your glog, you would pick unfinished. But in this case, I'm going to pick finished because I want to show you what it looks like as the teacher. Now, when you go to the dashboard, if you go back to your thing, you'll notice that this one over here is finished, but it's private, and this one is public. The only way you can change it from private to public is as the teacher, you go back in. So I'm going to log out really fast, and I'm going to log in as the teacher. We're going to log in. Now, as the teacher, I didn't create any glogs yet, but it'll show me my class. It'll show me everybody that's in my class. I'll select the class. It'll show all the students' glogs. It'll show all the classmates over here. So your classmates, if it's a finished public glog, they'll be able to go in and see it. But I want to go in and I want to look at the ones that are unfinished. I'm going to pick this one. It's not coming up. I'll go directly to me. I'll be able to see. This one's finished and it's private, and this one's public. I want to assess that to make sure that the content is correct before I publish it to the whole class. So this is what we just created. As the administrator, if you go down here, you'll see the name of the glog, you'll see the content, you'll see the category and the grade. But I want to go in, because I assessed it and said the content was correct, I'm going to go in and pick public, but with the option of reglogging, so that student will be able to go back in and still edit their work. And I'm going to select the, I forgot to go back and select the class. I have to select the class so that everybody in the class will be able to see it. And I'm going to hit publish, or submit in this case. So now everybody in the class will be able to see this as a student. I'm going to log back in as the student. Remember, your password is Phoenix. And now I'll be able to go in and see the two glogs that Retta created, and they're public. If you have any questions at all, I'm available. I hope everybody has some happy glogging.